So to study this latent heat, we use one beaker. So this is a beaker. This beaker is kept on a stand. It is a tripod stand. Now, in this beaker, we put some ice cubes. So here we put ice cubes. Now, in this beaker, we insert a thermometer. In this beaker, we insert one thermometer. This thermometer is adjusted to a stand. And now we will give a heat to these ice cubes by using burner, or here we are using a spirit lamp. So by using burner, we can give a heat to these ice cubes. Now what happened when we are giving heat to the ice cube? Generally the temperature should be increased, because when we supply heat to any object, there is increase in the temperature. But in this case, the temperature is not increased. When this ice totally melts, up to this, the temperature remains constant. And when this water, means ice is turned into water, starts boiling, starts heating, then temperature starts rising. And when water is boiled at 100 degrees Celsius, then temperature remains constant whenever there is a vapors of water or steam of water. So now we will see this experiment here. This beaker consists of ice cubes. This beaker is kept on this tripod stand, and by using this spirit lamp, we have given heat to this beaker. Now, if we measure the temperature by using a thermometer, this thermometer we are using here, then here the temperature of this ice cube is 0 degrees Celsius. So this is used for heating, means we are heating this beaker, but also the temperature of this ice cube remains constant. This type of heat in which there is no change in the temperature is called latent heat. There is no change in the temperature, or temperature remains constant. This heat is called latent heat. Continue, we are heating by using this spirit lamp. Here you can see this spirit lamp. So by using this spirit lamp, we can heating here continuously, even though there is no change in the temperature of this ice cube. When this ice cube melts completely, then it forms a water. And when water starts heating, water starts boiling, there is small change or increase in the temperature which we can measure by using this thermometer. When there are vapors are formed of the boiling water, then also the temperature will remain up to the 100 degrees Celsius. So this type of heat is called latent heat. Now these latent heat are of two types. First is latent heat of fusion. First is latent heat of fusion. So when there is a transformation of solid into liquid at constant temperature, then this heat is called latent heat of fusion. There is a transformation or amount of heat required during the transformation from solid state to liquid state is called latent heat of fusion. Then the second type is latent heat of vaporization. So the amount of heat required during transformation from liquid to vapors or steam, this heat is called latent heat of vaporization. So here also now we can see that the temperature is constant. The ice is melting here even though the temperature is remaining constant. You can see the ice is melting and water is formed, but temperature is not increased here. It remains constant. We are continuously heating this ice, but temperature remaining constant. When this ice totally melts and water start heating or boiling, then only there is increase in the temperature. So this type of heat at the constant temperature is called latent heat. Now the next point that we have to study is effects of heat. So we will see after some time when water starts boiling, increase in temperature. So here we will study effects of heat. So there are two effects of heat. So the first effect of heat is expansion, and the second effect of heat is change of state. So now expansion means that we have studied that when we are heating any material, any object, it expands. So there is expansion in solids as well as liquids as well as gases. There is expansion in solids, liquids and gases, all these three states of matter. So now we will study here the expansion of solids. So here we will study expansion of solids. So in case of expansion of solids, the first type of expansion is a linear expansion. First is a linear expansion. So linear expansion means it is related to change in the length of an object, or we can say increase in the length of an object. Means suppose we have any wire or we have any rod. If we hit that wire or if we hit that rod, then there is change in the length of the rod. Suppose that L1 is the initial length L1 is the initial length of wire, or we can consider rod. Then L2 is the increase in length or change in length. Increase in length, or we can say change in length. T1 is the initial temperature and T2 is the final temperature. So we can write here increase in length. So in case of linear expansion, the change in length is directly proportional, change in length is directly proportional to initial length into change in temperature. Initial length into change in temperature. So change in length means what? L2 minus L1. So we can write here L2 minus L1 proportional to L1 into delta T. Delta T means T2 minus T1. Delta T is what? T2 minus T1. Now, to remove this proportionality symbol, we add the proportionality constant. So here we can write L2 minus L1 is equal to alpha L1 delta T, where alpha is called coefficient of linear expansion. Alpha is called coefficient of linear expansion. So this is the first expansion in solid, which is a linear expansion. Similarly, the second expansion in solid is a aerial expansion. Second expansion in solid is a aerial expansion. So in case of aerial expansion, there is change in area of a sheet of a metal or sheet of a solid. So this way, similarly, we have the equation of aerial expansion, which is A2 minus A1 is proportional to A1 into delta T. A2 minus A1 proportional to A1 into delta T. So we can write A2 minus A1 equal to beta A1 delta T, where beta is a proportionality constant and it is called as coefficient of aerial expansion. It is called as coefficient of aerial expansion. Similarly, The third type of expansion in solid is a cubical expansion. Or it is also called as volume expansion. It is also called as volume expansion. So in this case, when we heat any cube, then there is a increase in the volume of that cube, and it is called cubical expansion. Similar to this, we can write the equation for cubical expansion by considering the volume of cube. So V2 minus V1, it is the volume. This A2 minus A1 is area. It's proportional to V1 into delta T. So we can write V2 minus V1 equal to gamma V1 delta T, where gamma is a constant of proportionality, which is called coefficient of cubical or volume expansion. Coefficient of volume expansion. So this is about the expansion of solids. Similarly, there is an expansion of liquids as well as gaseous also. Now see here. The ice cubes are melt completely. It becomes a water, and heating continues. Then there is increase in the temperature, and temperature is around 44 degrees Celsius. Now temperature becomes around 44 degrees Celsius, means water starts heating. When water starts boiling, temperature will become 100 degrees Celsius. Then the boiling water creates a steam or vapors. Even though boiling water creates steam or vapor, the temperature will remain on 100 degrees Celsius constant. So this heating or this heat is nothing but it is the latent heat. Now the second effect of heat that we have to study is change of state. Means here also initially there are ice cubes which are solid. When we heat that ice cube, it becomes a water, that means liquid. So state is changed from solid to liquid. So due to heating, there is change in the state of matter that we have to study. So now we will study change of state. So in change of state, the first point is solid is changing its state and it is converted into liquid due to heating. This process is called melting. This process is called melting. When solid state is converted into liquid state, this process is called melting. Then, if liquid state is changing into solid state after heating, then this process is called solidification. This process is called solidification. Then, if there is change in liquid to vapors, then This process is called vaporization. Similarly, if there is change in states from vapors to solids, then this process is called if there is change in the vapors to liquid state, this process is called condensation. This process is called condensation. And if the state is changing from solid to vapors, then this process is called sublimation. This process is called sublimation. So these are some states which are changing due to the heating. Now here the temperature is become around 70 degrees Celsius. So when we are heating water, temperature is increasing, but when ice was melting, temperature remains constant. So this is the experiment for latent heat. And here we have studied about the heat, temperature, then we have studied the specific heat, thermometer which is used to measure the temperature, calorimeter which is used to measure the heat. Then the main point is the difference between heat and temperature, and we have studied the effects of heat, which is expansion, and the second effect of heat is change of state. So this is about the today's lecture of bridge course of heat, measurement and effect of heat. So thank you very much.